I'm here today to do my Spookathon TBR, which is hosted by Books and Lala, and it's running this coming week, October 14th through the 20th. And I have my spooky cat Winnie, and I have the windows open, so you might hear some rain coming in through the video because I have the windows open. Since I've moved here, it's barely rained at all, so like we're finally getting some precipitation, and yeah, it's really nice to listen to. So let's see. The first prompt is to read a thriller. And so for that, I'm going to be reading an ebook called Watching You by Lisa Jewell. And all the other ones are going to be, hopefully you can see. Let me turn the brightness down. Maybe that would help a bit. Maybe. Yeah, Watching You. And this is interesting because it's going to be about, like, not only are you a reader, are you watching what people are doing, but you're also the watchee. So it's like multiple perspectives, and it's about this neighborhood, and it's like teenagers and adults and all the things that they can get into. And so this sounds really good. And then let's see, for the next one, it's to read a book with red on the cover. And so for this, I have a library book, The Chain, and the author is Adrienne McKenty. And this, yes, has red on the cover. And this is about, it's a thriller. And let's see, get this glare. Let's see, I'll try it this way. This is about a mother is dropped off her kid, and so normally she drops off her kid at school, and she goes about her errands, and in the middle of the day, she gets a call from another mother saying, I have your daughter, I've kidnapped your daughter. And so the chain part of it comes in where the mother who has her daughter taken has to kidnap another child in order for her daughter not to be killed. And so the person who called her was a mother herself. Her boy was kidnapped, and so it's just a continual chain of events. And so it's all about a person who is getting money from this, and it sounds like a very dark, twisted story. And then read a book with a spooky word in the title. And let's see, what do I have for that? I was going to go with The Body Lies. So it's kind of spooky word, like body and lies here. This is by Jo Baker, and I've read Longborn by her, which it was a twist on Pride and Prejudice. Instead of being a perspective of Elizabeth and with the women of the family, this is the maids. I mean, the Longborn was about the perspective of the servants, and so this is like a different book from her because I've only read Longborn. So in this one, The Body Lies, it's all about a writer who decides to take a job as an English teacher at a university, and she's kind of recovering from trauma, and one of her students, for her assignment, is writing fiction, turning it into her homework, and when she starts reading the stories, she comes to realize that she herself is the main character in the story, and so the writer is predicting what her ending will be, and so the teacher and the main character is trying to not become what the person is predicting her life will be, and so this is it's a psychological suspense. So yeah, there's this one. And then to read a book with a spooky setting, and this is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. And in this one, it has a smart house, and so that's the spooky setting because in the smart house, there's a lot of surveillance, and it's about a woman who she's looking for jobs, and so she finds a job for a nanny, but she wasn't looking for a job for a nanny. But she goes on the interview, and the family looks really nice and put together. They're a happy family, and they're with their kids, and they have a lot of money. And so the job itself pays an absorbent amount of money. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to take this job. And when she gets there, it's not all as it seems. And so the story opens up with her being in prison, and it's all about how she got there, and she's telling the story to I'm assuming the lawyers and the cops about what happened and how she isn't the person who's the bad person. Yes, she's made mistakes, but she isn't the one who. I'm sure there's deaths or something in here. She's the one who did it, And so she's, describing what went on in this house. So yeah, this fits the bill for a spooky setting. And then to read something you wouldn't normally read. And I'm going with Dark Rites by Heather Graham. And this is a paranormal romance / mystery thriller. And so I don't typically read a lot of paranormal romance. And so this is my first book by Heather Graham I'm going to be reading. And this is about people who are being abducted and I'm assuming killed. There's a bunch of victims. And it's all about, solving the mystery. And the only clues you're getting is that with each death, there's like these, I think there's like these notes that are being dropped off. It's like alluring to this cult in town who, I guess are killing these people. And so, the main character is trying to solve the mystery. And since it's paranormal romance, I'm assuming there might be a romance in here as well. We'll see. And then, so that's all the prompts for Spookathon. But I thought it would include another spooky book that I found at the library. This is When I Arrived at the Castle by Emily Carroll. And I read her Through the Woods, which was similar drawing to this because it's all in black and white, same as this one, with the red coloring. And so this looks like it's going to be the same format. So yeah, this will be a quick spooky read for me to get into. And so yeah, this says Alice in Wonderland meets Dracula, bloody, sensual, and bewitching. So yeah, this looks good. It has a really spooky cover as well. I'm not sure what exactly they're doing there, but yes, this will be good. So yeah, these are all the books I'm reading for Spookathon. As you can see, a lot of them are physical books, which I read ebooks, but my library has this, it's called Lucky Day. So all of these books that would easily have a really long hold on them, they're called Lucky Day because if you see them at the library with the sticker on it, then you have 7 days to read it and return it, instead of waiting in a really long line for it to get the hold at the library or in the ebook. And so I was happy to find this, and so I picked up a lot of these books that I would have had a really long wait for. So it was perfect for this for the Spookathon reading challenge to find my library that has this and pick out some thrillers that are current. So yes, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, BookTube.